Executive presence gets talked about a lot, but usually in vague or unhelpful ways. Things like, you need more gravitas, or you should command the room, or work on your presence. Great, but what does it actually mean? Here's my take. Executive presence is what happens when people see the best version of you shine through without anything else getting in the way. I'm Krithika, a global sales and marketing leader and an ICF certified professional coach. Welcome to Align, where we explore practical tips and strategies to help you show up with clarity and confidence at work without losing yourself in the process. I've spent years in rooms where presence mattered. Pitches, workshops, high-stakes conversations, negotiations. So let's break down what real executive presence looks like and how you can build that in a way that feels authentic to you. Executive presence starts before you speak. If you're uncertain about what you think, or you're circling around your point or second guessing as you speak, people feel it immediately. And then they discount what follows. I've watched brilliant ideas get dismissed because the delivery signaled doubt. Things like hedging language or apologetic framing. And the room takes its cues from you. So before important conversation, I get clear on two things. What outcome am I trying to create? And what's the one thing that I need this person to take away? When you know those answers, your communication tightens. You stop over-explaining. You simply say what you mean and stop. While clarity shapes what you say, how you say it also matters, particularly your piece. So when you rush, you signal anxiety, even if your content is excellent. When you speak at a measured pace, however, people lean in. Watch leaders who command attention. In tense moments, their voice doesn't speed up. They leave space between ideas and they're comfortable with silence. The practice here is quite simple. After finishing a thought, pause for a beat before continuing. Let the point land before moving on to the next one. This feels really strange at first because we're trained to fill silence and to keep proving and overqualifying what we have to say. But that pause communicates trust in what you've just said. Impact lives in the spaces between your words as much as they do in the words themselves. The next layer is making sure that what you're saying actually resonates. The why. People with executive presence don't just describe their work, they connect it to impact. So for example, we're updating the campaign assets is information. We're updating the assets because conversion is lagging and this should then tighten the sales cycle is perspective. It's the same fact, but a different impression. This isn't about sounding strategic or using certain fancy words. It's about showing that you understand context and that you see beyond your task and to why it matters. And leaders notice this immediately when someone thinks this way, because it signals that you're operating at their level, regardless of your title or role in the room. So before communicating anything significant, ask, why does this matter to the person that I'm talking to? What's the bigger picture here? Good presence is also obvious in how you hold your ground. The leaders that I find most impressive hold their positions while still remaining genuinely warm. They disagree without creating drama and push back without shutting people down. And it could sound something like this. I see it differently and here's why. Or that's one approach. Here's the risk that I'd flag. Or let me offer an alternative. There's no defensiveness or apology, but there isn't any aggression either. And the mistake is in thinking that you have to choose, either be firm and seem harsh or stay warm and seem soft. The people with real presence do both. Warmth earns trust and steadiness earns respect. All of this might sound like there's one right way to have presence, but there isn't. Real presence is your authentic best that's brought forward intentionally. Some leaders with tremendous presence are energetic and expressive. Others are quiet and contained. Some are analytical and others are instinctive. For what they share isn't a style, it's alignment. They're not performing a version of leadership that they saw somewhere else. They're showing up as themselves with their clearest and most grounded qualities on display. So the question isn't, how do I seem more leader-like? It's, when I'm at my best, when I'm clear and confident and fully myself, what does that look like? That's your presence. It's not something to construct, and it's not something to stop hiding. When you speak with unhurried clarity, connect your work to what matters, and hold your ground with warmth, and let your authentic best come through, that's when typically people say, there's something about them. And that's executive presence. Until next time, this is Krithika from Align, wishing you calm amidst the chaos and alignment in all that you do.